Friendzoned by a girl, 25 signs she is not just interested in dating you. You really like her, but you are afraid you're being friend-zoned by a girl. Watch these 25 signs so you know if it's time to give up or not. Every guy dreads hearing these two words, one after another, possibly more than any other phrase while chasing a girl. You know what I mean? The word that says you've been friend-zoned by a girl. While most guys will joke about being in the friend zone or try to pretend it could never happen to them, a majority of guys have experienced a friend zone at least once in their lifetime. Quite possibly they are in denial about it at this moment, or these guys simply weren't aware of all the signs. Some girls are upfront and nip the thought of a relationship with a guy instantly. However, many other girls are much more subtle and they try to be kind and let you down easily. 25 signs you've been friend-zoned by the girl you like. So how can you tell if you're being thrown to the curb gracefully by a girl, even when she doesn't use the words and tell you straight that she isn't interested in dating you? Let's take a look at the telltale signs that you're most definitely in the friend zone with a girl. Number 1, you're so unfunny. Even as friends, most girls will laugh at a guy's jokes. This is just a completely normal social interaction. If your crush laughs hysterically at your jokes, do not immediately jump at the conclusion that they are crushing on you. But on the other hand, if your lady friend never or hardly ever laughs at your jokes, now will be the time to start worrying that you might not even be on a friend's level, more like an acquaintance. Number 2, ask you about other women. If your dream girl is constantly asking you about other women when you hang out, there are 2 basic trains of thoughts here. Either she's trying to find out what kind of woman you like to date, to see if she falls into that profile, or to know if you're available at the time. However, this is probably the optimistic version. Realistically, she is probably trying to hint towards you to try pursuing one of these women. Red flag alert. Asking you about other women is one thing. Encouraging you to go talk to one of them is not a good sign for you, buddy. Number 3, addressing you as a friend. This is probably one of the worst signs you're being friend-zoned by a girl. Both of you may spend all day together every day. Yet, the way she introduces you to her parents or her friends is a huge sign of her thoughts about you on a romantic level. Any introductions like, Matt is such a good friend, or I absolutely love John, he is my bestie, and you should probably accept your fate in the friend zone. Number 4, she avoids being seen with you in romantic settings. While out, she avoids being seen with you so people do not get the wrong idea. Maybe you're wondering to yourself why you see so much of her during the day but never at night. She's always busy when you ask her to the mall or to grab a bite to eat. But the next day in class or at work, she is Miss Chatty Boss with you again. At least you know she's yours only till it's time to leave for the day. Number 5, she talks about her hookups. Possibly the worst part of being friend-zoned by a girl is having to hear all about the other men she is totally digging while you are not one of them. Knowing these guys aren't right for her, obviously you should be the one with her. Doesn't matter because she can't see past the nice car, that ripped body, or that gorgeous smile. Number 6, threes, not a crowd. If you invite her somewhere, she comes along with a friend. If this just happens once, maybe it is just a coincidence. If it happens again, then there is no doubt about where you stand in terms of friendship versus exclusive relationship. You invite her to a movie or to dinner, or basically invite her to anywhere that is remotely private, and somehow it ends up turning out into a group event without your knowledge. This is just another tactic women used to say, sorry, I'm not interested, without ever uttering the words. Number 7, she is drunk and still no signs. You finally got her to the bar. You have her alone in public, just the 2 of you. And after a few drinks, she still wants nothing to do with you. No slip-ups about how crazy it would be if you two started dating. No inching closer as the drinks flow to get closer into your arms. You've probably been friend-zoned by this girl and it is not looking good, man. Not looking good at all. Number 8, there is no physical contact between the 2 of you. A hug does not count here. What are we? 12? If you hug each other every time you see one another, you cannot really believe she is interested. I'm just moving on to the next point. Hope you get a hint. Number 9, she is so casual. You can tell that she isn't really making any attempt with her appearance. When you see her, both of you head out to grab a bite to eat. She walks up to your car in sweatpants with pullover jackets, with no makeup or earring. Again, not looking too promising here, friend. Number 10, you watch a home movie. The worst thing that can happen when you watch a movie with her at home is, well, just watching a home movie. That movie screams friend zone. If she's even remotely interested in you, she may either inch closer or cuddle up with you. If you're more of the direct type, try placing your arm around her back or making a gesture to reach for her hand. Any movement away from you should let you know where you stand. Number 11, brother from another mother. Being referred to as a bestie is a terrible situation for you to be in. But being referred to as the brother she never had is even worse, because who in their right mind would ever think about a family member in a dating scenario? You've definitely been friend zoned by this girl. Number 12, shopping time. Does she ask you to go on a shopping with her on a regular basis? Now, let's clarify. If you're being invited to help do some lingerie shopping, this may be a great opportunity for you. But shoe shopping, handbag shopping, carrying her purchase through the mall while following her around like a puppy dog, that is where things start to look grim. Number 13, oh so cute nicknames. What is more emasculating than letting a woman you love call you Mikey Poo in public? That is a cruel, cruel way to have your heart delicately ripped out of your chest. Number 14, she needs your advice. If she asks for tips on what guys are looking for in a woman, she isn't asking that to woo you. I can promise you that. She clearly has her eyes on another guy and is wondering how to make him to notice her. But if you want to keep telling yourself she's talking about you, go ahead. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Number 15, sharing a bed. You have shared a bed with this person and yet did not take part in any type of physical activity. You finally get her alone in your room and she is too tired or so exhausted from the long day and wants to head right to bed. If you are bold, try and initiate something once both of you get into bed. But you're most likely looking at a much more direct rejection taking place within the next few seconds. You've been friend-zoned by this girl for now. You need to accept. If you don't and still try to make a move, you may even lose her as a friend. Number 16, she tries to set you up with her friends. If she's constantly telling you how perfect you are for this friend or that friend, what she's really trying to say is that you're not perfect for her. Number 17, you always end up doing favors for her. Do you remember the last time you covered for her during work, traded shifts, helped her to study for her final exams at the expense of your own studying, giving her rides from place to place without being invited to these places? Wake up, man, wake up. Number 18, you're her shoulder. The worst way to realize you have most definitely been friend-zoned by a girl is when you end up consoling her each time she has a breakup. Right after every breakup, who is the one person she comes crying to? The person who she wants to sit on a couch with, share a bucket of ice cream while crying the whole time, wondering where things went wrong. Number 19, she avoids being alone with you in private. When a girl likes you, she wants to be alone with you in private. The reason for that is because she is interested in you and hopes you will make a move on her. But if you're in friend zone with a girl, then she'll avoid being alone with you in private because she doesn't want to give you the wrong idea. So if you find that she's always declining your invitation over to your place in favor of going out in public, then that is not a good sign. Number 20, she tries not to get too close to you or touch you. If a girl doesn't have any romantic interest in a guy, then she's very conscious about how close she sits and next to him or even walks near him. She thinks that if the physical distance is too small, then you would think that she's giving you a hint that she likes you. So if she never touches you unless you initiate a hug or gets physically in your personal zone, then she's doing that on purpose to send you a message. 21, other body language. Body language tells you everything you need to know about how someone feels about you. That is because nonverbal communication is responsible for 80 to 90% of the meaning of a message. So watch her eye contacts, body movements, as I just mentioned, and anything else about her body that is trying to tell you that she is uninterested in you romantically. 22, you do most of the reaching out first. Sure, you're excited to talk to her because you like her, but after a while, you notice that you are the only one who always reaches out first. She probably responds positively and politely, but she never texts or calls you first. That is because you're not on her mind as much as she is in yours. Plus, she could be talking to other guys that she is romantically involved or interested in. 23, she is inconsistent with her communication patterns. Maybe she does reach out to you first, so you might think that's a good sign, right? Well, maybe, and maybe not. If she does, then watch her communication patterns. A girl who likes you will be consistent in communicating with you, but a girl who isn't will blow hot and cold. 1 minute you think she likes you because she reaches out to you a lot, and then the next she'll go silent for a long time. 24, she doesn't treat you very well. As I have said before, you might always be doing things for her. You probably do that hoping that she will eventually see you as a romantic possibility. But after a while, you might start feeling used. If she doesn't appreciate you and you feel like the only reason she's friends with you is to see what you can do for her, then that is a terrible sign you've been friend-zoned by a girl. 25, she doesn't flirt with you. When a girl likes a guy, she flirts with him. She will smile, have a lot of eye contact, accidentally touch him, and say things like how cute he is. So if you're trying to flirt with her but you feel like it is falling on deaf ears, then she is probably purposely not trying to give you the wrong idea. What to do if you've been friend-zoned by a girl you like? Okay, so after you've listened to all the signs that you're being friend-zoned by a girl, what should you do? Should you keep trying harder, or should you give up and move on? A lot of guys think that they'll try harder, but in reality, that is not a good idea. If this girl doesn't have any romantic interest in you, why would you torture yourself by trying to change her mind? Because the truth is, you probably won't be able to, ever. So you should probably forget about her and find someone who actually does like you. After all, why would you want to date someone who only barely likes you? No one wants that. Go out and find someone who appreciates you and is excited to have you as a boyfriend in their life. It is time to walk away. If all of these signs have led you to conclude that she is not interested, then just book yourself a one-way ticket to the friend zone already. And no, there is no need or way to buy a return ticket. Now, obviously, some of these signs and indicators are definitely worse than others. But if you can even check off a few items on the list, it is time to come back to reality. She is just not interested in you in the way you want her to. And the faster you come to this realization by using these clear signs that you've been friend-zoned by a girl, the sooner you can move on. Or stay just friends without any secret agendas. And here comes to the end of the video. Leave a comment down there below in the comment section. Like this video, share it. I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye.